All right. Happy Black Friday, everybody. It is another edition of Power Hour with myself and Coach Mitch in November 29th here, 2024. And Mitch said he was going to be on a new level today. So he is. I guess he's excited about the news about the Bears and thinks everything is going to turn around for them. So
Don't put words in my mouth now. Let's not do that. Listen, I'm just it's just a great day. Nothing's going to change. They're still going to lose when they play the 49ers next week, and they're still going to lose probably the rest of their games. But Eberflus is out, and that makes me happy. But I will say I mean, this goes without saying, but they have to absolutely nail the next hire, right? You have to. If you're Thomas Brown, who's the new interim head coach, right? This is your past year. You were the offensive coordinator for the worst offense in the league in the Carolina Panthers. You get fired from that job. Okay, great. You all of a sudden become the quarterbacks coach for what many believe are a generational talent. Okay. Your not boss, but the person right above you is an idiot in Shane Waldron and gets fired. All of a sudden, 17 days ago, you become the offensive coordinator for the Bears. And then all of a sudden, as of now, he is the head coach. What a whirlwind of a year. That for that dude. So congrats to him. I don't love him as a coach, but life goes on.
yeah, it's I mean, 40 years of it, they got to nail the next one though, right? Got to nail that next one. Got to get that next one. Oh man, it's only because my team is in the same boat. So I mean, we don't have a quarter. Well, Aiden O'Connell isn't looking too bad today.
No,
So
he
we
is
don't
not.
have
What are
Caleb
your?
Williams even.
I don't know your pulse on Antonio Pierce. What are your thoughts on him?
I mean, he turned the whole culture around. I think that I didn't like his going on Instagram was kind of like Bush League. A coach shouldn't be doing that with Devontae Adams. Like, I don't know what their beef was. So that was a little weird. So that was kind of a red flag. But, they all, even Devontae Adams went to bat for him, Max Crosby, and they said that they wanted him to be the head coach. So, you got to, but honestly, I don't think there's much he could have done this year. I mean, what are you going to do? You got no running back, no quarterback, and no wide receiver now. So it's like, you have Max Crosby, and that's it, really. Like,
well, and I mean, but I will say, like, I've been on the Jacoby Myers train for a while.
Yeah.
So, like, I think that he's a great piece, right? I mean, he's looked great. And you have Amir Abdullah. There we go.
Yeah.
There's
Brock Bowers was actually a great
yes. Oh, absolutely.
too, so
yes.
Give him props for that. But I guess they took the best on the board. They couldn't trade up. I don't think Washington wanted to give them the pick. So there was really not much to do as far as quarterback, I guess. But we'll see. Maybe it's Sanders, we'll see what happens.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Who knows?
Yeah. But he comes as a package, then Dion's going to be the coach the next year.
That could be a problem, right?
So, yep. So, so what do we got? Xavier Bears head coach already coaching the LA Chargers after winning in Michigan.
We all wanted Harbaugh. I think every team that needed a head coach last year probably wanted John Harbaugh, right? That's no mistake. But I mean, he's doing good. They're doing good things in LA for sure. They're a team that I really, really like. Obviously I picked against them this past week, but I think that they are a good team. They have a really good foundation.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So big news. If you haven't seen it, we do have it is Black Friday. So we do have a Black Friday sale going on. If you are new to the Sharp app, we got it for 40% off. If you are not a pro member yet, and we have Sharp App 2.0 on the app now. So a lot of good stuff happening over at Sharp. So
I I'm pumped about it. I've gotten already like I mean, I have at least 15 to like 20 DMs that I've answered in the past like 24 hours. Just talking about like what the app does and what's the deal. And I mean, right now you're getting it for $60. Yes, $60. Like that is nuts. And especially if you do it through the app, you are keeping that price for the rest of your Sharp app career, right? That is a price that is never going to go away from you or for you. So and even if you're looking at it to be yearly, like I think it's 480 or something like that. It's something nuts, which is
yeah,
insane
crazy.
for 12 months of this. And um, I've seen a lot of people already capitalize on this deal. And obviously I want as many people as possible to capitalize on this deal because it's important, and especially if you want to be winning your bets, like this is the way, right?
Yes, for sure. So I don't see another, deal like this coming through. This is once in a lifetime opportunity here. So I'm just not trying to sell you. I'm just being honest here. The price is going to go up, like we've said. So, so you're getting it at this crazy discount right now. And so you might want to take advantage of it because it is through Monday and that's it. It'll be gone. So
Yep.
just like the Bears coach, he gone. So, so we will go ahead and let's go ahead and pull up the Proptimizer for the Sharp app, and we'll make a play. We have a underdog boost, I believe, so we can do that. It's a NBA boost, so we might as well take advantage of that. And I'm just logging into that. Let me pull it up here. So we got 9 Proptimizers now. I saw somebody was interested in Hot Streak. Yeah, we have Hot Streak. We have and Hot Streak, by the way, is they really got lines for everything. They got like thousands of lines, but they have a lot of gaming on there too. They're kind of
Cool.
pretty sharp to the gaming world. So if you ever do play, like, or you ever bet on CS2 or, LOL or COD, Call of Duty, like any of those, like I've heard that they're kind of the one to go to, and they're the sharpest of them all. So, so yeah, we got that. We got Prize Picks, of course, Underdog, Sleeper, and DraftKings Pick Six, which is getting really popular because you can play that in a lot of states, and Fliff, and then Parlay Play and Novig. So Fliff and Novig are similar in the fact that you can play those in almost every state, even in non-legal sports gambling states. So, yeah. So I always say take advantage of, even if you are in a legal gambling state, take advantage of the, especially days like today. Like I saw Rebet, for example, is one that I use as well, and they have like a $500 new or $500 match today. So take advantage whenever you can of those deposit matches. Like, you might as well, right?
Absolutely. If you're going to use a site, you have to do a deposit match. You have to.
Yeah. So let's pull up. So we also have over 70 sports books, just a few, right? So, but we'll go ahead and pull up Underdog here, and I'll pull up the NBA. I know. Well, let's see. I don't know what we have left, but I know there
got
was
a lot of games left still.
Okay.
Today we have a lot of games left. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost. My NBA parlay lost already. It's a tough gig before the night even starts. You have a bet that loses. It happens. But they lost on the money line. The Hawks just have Cleveland's number. I don't know why. I don't know how, but they've already lost twice to them this year. Couldn't tell you. It happens, though. It happens.
It does. Yeah. Yes, sir. So we do have the looks like the top play here is someone I played the other day that hit for us, and that's Haywood Highsmith
Mm.
On the Heat. So let's take a look here. Let's see if we have the logs, and we do, and it looks pretty decent, I would say, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So maybe not the last 15, but the last 5. He has kind of taken advantage of the playing time that he does have, and it looks like, the assist prop especially is looking like a good one. 66% chance odds to hit, and I think
Love
that's
that.
one we got to take.
I love
Yeah,
that. That's
for
great.
sure. So let's roll with that. We'll do a 3 pick again. Make sure you guys hit that 50%. My underdog will pull up, but it's a 50% boost play, I believe. It might only be on the app, actually. So yeah, let me see. NBA. Yeah, sometimes it's only on the app. So we'll just go ahead and build a slip here. But if you do have that, go ahead and click that, and then there is the. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're great.
Cool. So that'll be play number 1. There is Haywood Highsmith. Only a 0.76 multiplier, but we'll see what else we got. Pretty
Well,
good.
and at those odds to hit, it's hard to not hit that, right? Like,
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
So I don't know if you see anything else, let me know. But might go down a little bit further to try to get something that isn't minus 200 or more.
Yeah. Did the market, or did the markets screen update? Click on any player and do the little drop down. I don't know. Maybe this is the first time that I've seen it. Yeah, just any. Yeah, just click on anyone. Yeah, is that, it looks different, right? The over under like parts. I'm pretty sure it does.
the over this part?
Yeah, I think that it's redesigned. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
think that
does
the
kind of
numbers
look
are bigger.
different. And
If
I
I'm
know they
remembering correctly.
sped it up as well, I believe I don't know if it's on the app, but that should be faster as well.
It
So
is so much faster. Yeah.
yeah, pulling up the logs is super fast. So like we said, every day, every week, we're constantly making things better here, making them faster, doing little tweaks here and there. So as we get your feedback and continue to make this the best platform out there. So let's
What
see.
about
I saw
Austin Reeves? It looks like on
Austin.
my end that just updated. It's as the top prop.
Oh, okay.
On my screen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it did. So he just popped up above Hayward Highsmith. So over 2.5 rebounds. Looks like, yeah, Sportsbook's at 3.5 almost, and then we are projecting him almost 4.
Yeah.
So that looks, yeah, pretty decent. Yeah, only MGM has it at 2.5. So pretty decent there.
It looks
So
like maybe the Lakers OKC lines just dropped me. I don't know. Like, because not a lot of books have that yet. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, or maybe somebody is gonna be out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But we'll go ahead and take that as play number 2 here. We will plug in Austin Reeves.
I mean, things are just updating by the second right now, by the way. Like, my screen is going crazy.
Awesome. So I'll refresh and see. But it does update in real time as well. So you guys
Yep.
shouldn't have to refresh, but I just want to make sure that we are up to date here. There we go. So what was there another play that you saw on there that you
No,
liked?
I was just commenting on that it really does update in real time, right? And so, obviously Austin Reeves and Haywood Highsmith are still our two top props. But there's props below it that, I mean, that just keep popping up and moving around. And it's always a good thing, right? To stay as up to date as possible. And, even looking at like a guy like Franz Wagner, right? We're projecting, or the line for rebounds is over 4.5. Our projections are close to 6. Most books have it at 5.5. Like that's maybe something that we could look at as well. The problem is his logs, right? His last 2, he has not even really come close to that. So
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we'll skip that one, I guess.
yeah.
Another one, just because I saw Anthony had it as well, and I've played this in the past last year, and was a Scotty Barnes assist number.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to pull that up, and there we go, right? So I just knew, because yeah, usually this guy when he's healthy and stuff is getting 7+ assists. So
Yep. I love that.
yeah,
I
as you
love
can
that.
see, over 5.5 is just a pretty low line for him as far as assists go. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and roll with that as play number 3. See what we got as far as a multiplier for 3 plays here. So Scotty Barnes. And so there we go. So Highsmith, Reeves, and Scotty Barnes over 5.5. That gives us a multiplier of 3. Do you guys want to go with one more, or should we play this one? This is you. What do you think, Mitch? This is
Let's let the people decide. Let's
yeah.
let the people decide.
We'll see if anybody chimes in. But let us know if you guys want to do one more or not.
I mean, with the boost, that might be kind of nice, right? But if we're playing it without the boost,
Right.
I don't know if I love that, because you like to get it up to 6, right?
Well, 6 is the normal one, so at least 5 usually, but
Okay.
yeah. 5 is prize picks, 3 picks. So
Oh, got it.
so 6 is usually a standard 3 pick for underdog. Yeah.
Got
3
it.
is good. J-Mang, okay. Hey, we'll let the people decide then, since yeah, if you got a boost, you're probably looking at, if that's you're looking at close to 5 there, right? So we'll just go ahead and plug it in, and
Love
you
it.
should be close to $50 on this play. So we got Haywood Highsmith over a half of assist, Austin Reeves over 2.5 rebounds, and then Scotty Barnes over 5.5 assists. Like I said, if you got the boost, you are rolling with about $50 on a $10 play. So straight off the prop optimizer, guys. So underdog has been good to us a little, overall. So hopefully
Well,
that one
I'll
hits
say
tonight.
last week too, we got shafted by Siakam, right? I think we took the
We
under,
did.
didn't we? And
We
he
got the hook.
under 7.5, and he finished with 8 or something like that.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that was a tough look. So hopefully today we can pull through with that winner for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got the 2 out of 3 last week, and the third one we got hooked. So it does happen though. But
Yeah, and for those of you that are just coming on in here, obviously, thank you for being with us on this Black Friday. I know it's a busy, busy day. People are shopping. We do all our shopping online in this household with a 3-month-old. No way we're getting out of the house today. So, but that being said, we'll say it again. We have a 40% off sale right now. It goes today through Monday. So if you're interested in any of our Proptimizers, right, we have 9 of them. Go ahead and shoot myself a DM, shoot Schwami a DM. We all have different codes that we have to give you that 40% discount. So make sure that you cash in. Even if you log into the app, a little banner will pop up at you that says click here for 40% off if you are a non-subscriber. So go ahead, just click that and cash in on this opportunity, because as an insider and as someone who's been a coach and been with this company for a while, I can promise you this is the lowest that this price will literally ever be for the rest of Sharp's existence. This is the lowest that it'll be. So if you want it to be locked into that $60 a month, make sure that you cash in right now. Or try it out for a month, right? That's what I was talking about earlier with someone in our DMs, is try it out for a month, make back your 60 and see if you like it, right? See if it's beneficial for you, so that you can do exactly what Schwami and I just did, but on your own time, right? I don't know about you, Schwami, but like when I'm talking about props and when I'm making plays, we talk about this all the time, but for me, it's right in the morning or it's an hour before tip, right? Those are kind of the two biggest areas for me. So you don't have to do it with us every Friday. You can do it whenever you want. Obviously, we love you guys being here, but we want to put the tools in your hands, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I always wanted to line up with the Proptimizer, whatever play I'm thinking of, or if I'm just going off of it like that, is I want things to line up, and that's what's been successful for me. And that's kind of the way to, I mean, it really is the way to get an edge on the books, is to do what we just did. So, I don't know how you would, I don't know how I would do it otherwise, and it would just take forever to go and look for those plays. But you saw we literally were able to do it in a few minutes there, so save you a lot of time, and we're going to make some money doing it over time for sure. So
Yeah, and I mean, even I'm looking at our top props Proptimizer, which is where you can add and customize every single book that you have. And then it'll find the best plays on those sports books if you're in a legal state. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11% or 11 separate NFL plays that have over a 30% edge to hit on our top props Proptimizer just in the NFL, right? And so that's obviously we're 2 days out, right, from those games, but we have a lot of different plays already that are really, really high odds to hit. So throughout our, I know we'll probably move on after this, but throughout the day or the power hour today, if there's any props that you want us to take a look at, we can be kind of your personal Proptimizer guide, right? And take a look at, right, like how's Derrick Henry going to do this weekend? I don't know if I don't even know what's happening with that game, but you know what I mean? How's Jalen Hurts going to do this weekend, right? So just let us know, right, what you want us to look at. Also touchdown Raiders.
Nice. Are they tied?
Brock Bowers,
baby. Nice. All right. Well, I don't really know if I want them to win at this point. I mean, it's tough, right? Oh no, they're still losing. Good. Okay.
Oh yeah. They're still losing. All I need to complete I had a plus 137 parlay. I just need a Chiefs win. That's all we need now. It's just a Chiefs win today, and we'll wrap that thing up, which will feel pretty good.
Yeah, the Raiders usually play them tough. So I mean, they
absolutely.
win, but the Chiefs should win. But
obviously with a spread of, I think it was minus 12.5 at closing, like that's a massive number. And
yeah.
I think what a lot of people forget is like the Raiders are an NFL team. The Panthers are an NFL team, right? Like these teams that are quote unquote like bad are still NFL teams with NFL caliber players that are playing for contracts and they're playing for playing time next year, right? Like even as we go down the stretch, like very few teams are just going to fold over, right? So a team like that, it does not surprise me whatsoever that the Raiders are within a touchdown in this game. Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
Especially
absolutely.
divisional, right? Teams you see
Yeah.
all the
They
time.
know each
Like,
other. Yeah.
absolutely.
Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, just to wrap up the props. So one of the reasons that I like props personally is because it's just really one. The way I look at it is it's one variable. Yeah, there's lots of variables that can contribute to a player, hitting their props, but uh, you know, the reason that the sports books and they kind of limit you on props more than they do on like game lines is because they are really easier to play because it is just one player. You can look at the history, like for a team to win and everything. There's a lot of things that a lot more things that need to happen for a team to hit, the spread than just one player to hit their line, right? So that's kind of the way that I look at it. That's why I like to play props. I know it's not for everybody, but it's worked out pretty well for myself. So I don't know what
Yeah.
your thoughts are on it.
Every once in a while I'll play props. They're not my like I don't play them outwardly because that's just not the way that really I roll, but I do play them personally. And like I had an anytime touchdown parlay that I didn't post that hit last night, which I was a little pissed about, but that happens, right? For sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
um just use the Proptimizer for everything that you do. Use the Proptimizer and get it at the cheapest price ever. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Come on.
Black Friday. It's what you're supposed to do. It's America. You're supposed to go
Absolutely.
buy stuff at discount. This is it, man. Let's go. All right. So we'll go ahead and pull up the Sharp report and
Yep.
take a look and dive into that because what's better than watching sports on, you know, holiday weekend here, right? Not much
Absolutely.
better than that. So we got a lot of stuff crossed out this week, meaning that one Sharp is on the other side of it. So, but we still like to leave them here because a lot of times, it still ends up being a good play. So let's see if we look at. I don't know what games you said were left. I didn't quite look at it.
Yeah, so in the
I know the
NBA, there's only I mean
Lakers,
there's
right?
still a majority of the games are left, right? So Knicks Hornets finished, and so Knicks won by 1. So the Sharps actually lost that one, but they came back pretty strong on the next play there with Atlanta under 248, massive number, and it
Yeah.
cleared by almost 30.
Wow.
And then New Orleans is playing right now, and they are well on track in this first quarter to hit that over. So Sharps are looking pretty good right now. As far as the
Nice.
other games, we still got Minnesota tonight, and then we got Miami tonight as well when we're looking at the Sharps. But there's a lot of games still tonight ready to rock and roll, and those all tip around 7:30 Eastern time tonight. So we've got a few hours still before those tip off, but we can obviously dive in and talk about kind of the way that the Sharps have been. So Schwami, could you actually go to the Sharp beta for me?
Um, I can if you tell me how to get there.
No, it's the same. The website we were just on.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought you said the data.
Oh no,
Um,
so sorry. And then can you click on the Sharp report one? It's all the way at the bottom, or the one up from that. Yep, and then click on either the menu or the tracker. It doesn't matter to me. So in our Sharp beta, this is where the Sharp report is, right? And so if you're a subscriber, right, and you're looking at this on the web, this is where it's updated by the second, right? This is the actual document that Coach Anthony updates. So even as we're going through here, I know that he's going through plays right now. We might actually see it update here any second from and get a brand new sharp report here at around 5:30 Eastern time. And then if you click on the one underneath that, you can see the sharp report tracker, right? So you see the menu and you see the tracker. And this is a document that, I think that everyone should consult, right? To kind of see and understand the history of the sharp report. We've had three years of recorded history artifacts that have been compiled to show kind of how the sharp report has been doing, right? November has not been a good month for the sharps, and that's just, there's no beating around that bush there. The sharps are down. Once mine loads here, the sharps are down almost 10 units this month, which is obviously not ideal, right? But then if you go to the sports book side, which is that middle column of the sharp report, and the squares, they have also had horrible months. Every single section of the sharp report has been negative, and that's a good thing. Why is that a good thing? Because the middle column and the far right column, we fade, right? We want to go, or we play the opposite of, right? So, for example, the sharps are, or the sports book is down 12 units this month, right? Now, does that mean that the opposite of those plays are up 12 units? Not necessarily, right? Because we got to account for that minus 110, right? But they're actually probably up around 10 units. You would be up 10 units on the month if you played every single one of those plays, and you'd be up probably about 8 units if you played the others, or the squares, the opposite of the squares as well. So even just there, those are my favorites. The sharps are up 100 units this year, which is awesome. But my tried and true is that middle column personally. So like tonight, I would fade Chicago in the NBA. I would fade Oklahoma City, and I would fade Minnesota. I love, it'll probably end up being a play here in a few minutes that I post in our Sharp App Discord channel. But I love the Clippers plus 5.5 today. I want to see them maybe get up to plus 6. But that's fading that middle column, right? It's just the tried and true method by my personal means, right? But I love the Clippers tonight plus 6. That Minnesota team is not good right now. They are not good at all. That being said, it's Julius Randle's birthday. Do with that information what you will.
Yeah. Seeing Ant after the game the other day was not,
well, and so that's something to
uplifting.
consider, right? Does that light a fire underneath them? This is that bottom up betting that we talk about all the time, right? Where we see, okay, Anthony Edwards let into his team. It's Julius Randle's birthday. All right, I'm gonna go with Minnesota tonight, right? Like, and that's fine, But if we're looking at the trends and the data, like I'm probably going, if I can get the Clippers at plus 6. Then that's a route that I'm probably going to go for tonight's game, because the Timberwolves are just booty right now. Not
Raiders scored another touchdown, by the way, so they're winning.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a play. What a play.
So
Aiden O'Connell's the future. Who needs the first draft pick?
Hey, he's
baby?
focused. He's focused, man. He's focused today. You never know, Wow. Yeah, looking good. So Antonio Pierce called. He said they're gonna mess some stuff up on Black Friday. So why not?
I love that.
Right? Gotta love Antonio Pierce.
But I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, OKC, I don't know about fading that one personally, but
I disagree with that one as well. Especially with against the Lakers. Like, this Lakers team is 11-7, but they are not clicking very well right now. And so I personally would fade that, but and then Chicago, I mean, by fade, fade is a word that I use, I think, wrong. And so when I say fade, that essentially means I'm going to go I'm going to play the opposite of that, right? So Minnesota -5.5. If I'm fading that play, then I'm taking the Clippers +5.5, right? Or whatever that line is. That's a great question. Like I said, I think I used that wrong, but that's just how I kind of explain playing the opposite of um, that play. Yeah,
And
and
then
it actually looks like
OKC.
our this sharp report is fully updated.
Yeah, did get an
Now
update.
as well, which is great. They just this is the final one, which is awesome. So good for you guys being here, getting the sharp report.
So are you playing? Are you gonna play the Lakers then, or are you
No,
gonna?
I don't think so. I think that
Yeah.
that I'm going to check the money handles tool about an hour before the game, which is another feature in our app, right, where you can see the amount of money and the amount of bets on a certain game. It is one of my premier tools that I use when I'm playing games. So we'll kind of see how the money handles tool looks there. And so I get this question all the time, but when I'm using our money handles tool, I want less than 40% of the total bets and more than 60% of the money on that game. And so that to me indicates a what I call a public sharp play, right? Because the data that we get for that tool is compiling FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, all of the public books, or the more public facing books. It combines and pools that money together so that we can kind of see where's the money for certain games and where are the bets for certain games. It's a tool I use all the time. It is actually an auto bet for me as well. If I catch a game under 40, over 60, I don't even question it. So for example, this morning when I woke up, we had that percentage for the Raptors +8 today against the Heat. You can get that line right now, I think, at +8.5. I got it at +8. There were some books that had it at +8.5. None of the books that I use had it at that number, but it had that percentage right when I woke up early in the morning. So I took it right away. So there's another free play. There you go. Cheers to you. Toronto +8.
There it is. Mitch with his Waterloo. Cheers.
Yes, I
Sparkling
addicted. We have so much of it in our house.
grape water, whatever. I actually don't drink, so yeah.
This is not alcoholic.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh,
What is it? Blueberry?
what do we got here? We got blackberry lemonade.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fancy. So next one is, I guess, if we're going up, then New Orleans +11.5.
They're playing right now. That game is actually live right now. So Grizzlies are up by 5. It looks like right now, which is right. I mean, I guess we can get a number better than that if you want to stick with, that fade. I don't know what you can get it, right this moment, but maybe you could get it at a decent little number there. I know Stats are one of our coaches, Statsational. He took New Orleans +12. So if you want to follow a coach, right, then there is a coach on that play as well. Like I said, the sportsbook liabilities column is definitely the one that I play the opposite of the most. To me, there's just too much data that supports that it is the worst section of the sharp report, which means that we try and capitalize on that, right? Sometimes, I mean, we see it all the time. Squares can be right, right? And so when we're looking at that right column, more often than not, they're wrong. But going against the sportsbook liability, or going against what the sportsbook needs, is what I tend to personally fade. But yeah. Why don't we take a look at the NFL this week? I know we have a
Let's take a
ton
look.
of plays.
So
Oh no, we don't. We don't have a ton of plays.
We got a few. It looks like Buffalo minus 5.5, and then the Jets under 43. Then we have New Orleans over. No, that's it, right?
Yeah, it's just those two.
Yeah,
Yep.
just these two. So
The Sharps, I'm sure they will be more active kind of as the weekend progresses, or they haven't found a ton of value, right? And the lines that were dropped were accurate, and that's it. I mean, even in when I've looked at the lines over the past week, they haven't changed much as far as the lines that have dropped initially. So you know, the Sharps may not find a ton of value there, right? And it is what it is.
or they're
Yeah.
on vacation,
Or they're on vacation this week. That could also be a thing. The Chiefs are driving, by the way.
Yeah, not shocked there. So Buffalo, we got minus 5.5. They're playing the Niners, and that's supposed to be 8 feet of snow
It's
the
gonna
day
be
before or something
crazy.
So yeah, it should be. I mean, obviously the cold weather, they're going to be used to that. Niners have kind of been not playing so well all year, to say the least, for not playing up to their standards for sure. So
I would imagine the Buffalo will probably end up a semi-square play just because they beat the piss out of, the Chiefs or not the Chiefs. Who did they play? Did they play the Chiefs last? I don't know. I can't remember.
was it the Chiefs?
But I think a lot of people see them as kind of the best team in the NFL right now. Yeah, they beat the Chiefs by 9 right there. They've won 4, 5, 6 straight games. They're pretty hot right now. And the Niners, I think, just lost, right? They just lost to the Packers. Oh, they got blown out by the Packers. And is Purdy playing this week? Anyone know?
Yeah, it's a good question. Because that's kind of a big deal as well, right?
It's a massive, massive deal.
Expected to start. So
okay.
He is expected to start. So
okay.
Minus 5.5, but yeah, I don't know. Have to look, yeah, as it gets closer as well, but be interesting to see how that goes. I was surprised to see even the total at whatever it was, 44 or 46.
It seems very high for a snow game. But I mean, the Bills have historically dominated the games like this, right? So James Cook, this is a James Cook run in the snow game, right? And oh wow, the Raiders sacked Mahomes on 3rd and goal to push him back a little bit. So they're probably getting a field goal. Chiefs are probably back on top here in any second.
10 minutes left. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Cool.
So they scored a field goal. There you go. 19-17 right now. Odd score to a game. Very odd.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the next one. So we got the Jets under 43 is the next sharp play for the NFL this weekend. So is Aaron Rodgers on the bench? He's getting benched or what?
I don't think so. I think that he probably still starts against the Seahawks. They're looking hot. I mean, Seahawks right now are first in the NL West at 6-5. They just came back, I think, against the Niners to win. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm thinking back more than 1 week. Oh no, they beat the Cardinals last week. That's what it was. They beat the Niners and then they beat the Cardinals. And now they travel cross country against the Jets. I mean,
And that's always tough.
Well, Brees Hall is questionable, and so there's a lot of, I think, factors that could lead to New York Jets under 43. The line right now that I'm seeing is around 42 and a half. So it hasn't moved a ton, but the sharps getting after it on that under. The colors, if you're new to what this means, right? So any play that's black means that there's one sharp on it. Okay, we're looking at just the left column here. Black means one sharp is on it. Red means two sharps are on it. And then the blue means that there's three sharps on it. If it's under the mega sharp plays, which is that lowest column on the left there, that means that there's four or more. The most I've ever seen is 11. The most I have ever seen is 11 sharps on one side. That was, I forget what game that was. It was either the national championship last year or something like that. Pretty much everyone and their mother, every sharp and their mother was on Michigan. But yeah, looks like the Whale took the day off today, which is good. Whale needs a break too. He's down pretty horrendous. In November, the Whale is down 272 units.
Crazy.
Imagine that life.
Man.
Imagine that life.
Mm.
That's
Whale.
crazy.
Yeah, probably good for him to take some time off for sure. He needs to reset. Yep.
Absolutely. All right.
Cool. And then a bunch of college, of course.
College football.
A
lot of fun having college football today and then college football tomorrow as well. And a game that I have my eye on is UCF. Right now that line is all the way up to -10. I like it up to -10.5. Anything above that, -10. Anything above -10, I would tend to stay away from, just because the UCF is not like a hyper dominant team, but I mean they are playing Utah, which are also very bad. And Utah traveling cross country, all that good stuff. So that plays tonight, actually, UCF -10. I like it. I'll have to look into it a little bit more if it's an official play from me. But I do like it. I think this week we also have, do we have Florida State this weekend? I know this is rivalry week pretty much across the board. So I know the Egg Bowl is happening right now. Ole Miss and Mississippi State are going at it right now. Coming up soon, we have Georgia Tech, Iowa, Nebraska, and then UCF, Utah to close out tonight. And then obviously the game that everyone will be looking at is Michigan, Ohio State tomorrow. And it looks like we don't really have any plays on that game. What was that?
Oh, Florida State is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yep.
Oh, okay. But yeah, obviously a lot of college football tomorrow. And we aren't just tools, right? We obviously have coaches that heavily deep dive into college football, into the NFL, and are like Schwami and I, and we post our plays, some for free, and then some behind the $60 a month subscription, right? So shameless plug again, just make sure that you are getting that subscription while it's the lowest price ever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, so why don't we go ahead? We'll give you a free tour in there. We can go ahead and show you guys what we got as far as plays right now.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's see here. We got, here's some coach plays. So UCF, yep, we got that as a play already. Capper Steve, looks like Madness. Had KC, and then Stats has a few NBA plays tonight. So Chicago plus 11.5, New Orleans plus 12, and then Cleveland minus 5.5. Interesting. So he is sometimes referred to as the underminer, taking the, you know, that those underdogs, right?
Yep.
So, um, and then Anthony had this earlier, Nebraska, Iowa, took Iowa -3, and had some basketball as well. Valparaiso, it looks like. Um,
Don't look at
and
that one. Nope,
yeah,
that we can ignore that. We can ignore the Cleveland play. That was a tough look for me.
yeah,
But this is actually you read my mind. That's where I was gonna go. Was our props, right? So our picks props channel. We have a ton of builders in there. We have individual plays. We have coaches that use every single site. And so if you ever have a like a profit boost or something like that, just feel free to message any of us, and we will make sure to get on in there, and help you out, right? Like I used my profit boost on the one that you see with Jacoby Myers, Travis Kelce, Chiefs money line, and then our boy Patty Mahomes to throw one touchdown. So
looking
like I said,
pretty
we're
good.
just a Chiefs win away from that play. Mutt had 2 builders. We've got lotto plays in there if that's more your style. I mean, there's quite literally a coach for everyone within Sharp. And so one of my favorites is Statsational. He's the best at props. I mean, he dominates them. I mean, he's up 30 units already in the NBA this year, as far as props goes, and his NFL props are also really, really solid. And so he puts out those plays every single day using the Proptimizer, and then his own metrics as well, in order to, make the most educational, value filled plays in the NBA and the NFL. He does strikeout props when the MLB is around. So always a lot of fun with Coach Stats.
Yeah, for sure. Um, he's got a bunch of NBA stuff. Rebounds and assists are kind of his go-to, and
Yep.
these, sometimes they're heavily juiced, but you can also put those together, and then sometimes they're um, plus money as well. So like Mitch said, really, really good at these, and he is usually lined up with the Proptimizer as well. So I mean, that's why we built this. The Sharp app is not just for everybody else, but it's something that we use each and every day as well. So um,
Yeah.
and then if we go to some of the other sections if you want to see what you're going to get with Sharp, we also have models that go all the way from soccer to NFL, college, NHL, and NBA. So you name it. I mean, it's just another tool that you have to be able to, make sure that everything lines up for you. And as far as your play goes, so if you're on the fence about something and it's lining up on the handles tool, it's lining up, for you, and then you're just still on the fence about it. And then a lot of times, I'll go to Anthony's model and then see if it's lining up over there as well.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that
I
is,
mean,
yeah,
he saw value on the over in this Kansas City game. One more touchdown from either team, and that over will cash. As far as there was value on it, I think there was a 12% or so edge on that. As you can see, there's a lot of edges when it comes to the NFL this week, according to Anthony's model. Some, I mean, upwards of 24%, something like that, maybe that was last week, but crazy value as far as that goes. So every single day, there are these plays posted, these models are posted for every single slate. Even soccer, I cash in on Statsational's soccer model every weekend, every single weekend. So make sure that you guys are finding the profit that you need and that you deserve, because you're good people, and we want to see you win too. And
Yeah.
so, kind of as we have 5 minutes left, what questions do y'all have? What games do you want us to cap for you? What are you seeing for this weekend? Tip us on to any plays for this weekend. Kind of as we go through, I'm about to go through our money handles tool when we get off of here to find some NBA plays to throw at you guys. That'll be in our Sharp App Discord within the next 10 or so minutes. So if you guys have any plays that you want us to take a look at, just let us know.
Yeah, and that's only on the app right now, but it will be online as well. But
Yep.
of course, we want it to be on the app so you can have it with you anywhere.
Yeah, so coming to Sharp
course.
2.0's beta is AI, which we're doing something very unique with, which I'm excited for. The money handles tool will be on the beta on web as well, and so everything that you see on both sides will match, right? So we will have, I believe, everything from the beta online will also be in the app as well. And so personally, I'm on the go all the time. I pretty much only use the app. Then obviously Discord as well, which is kind of our primary communication tool. As far as plays, as far as value goes, it's important to be into our Sharp App Discord, even if you're a non-subscriber, right? Get the free plays that Schwami posts, that Madness posts, that I post. Do we have a bet tracker? We do. So you can literally put all that you have to do is in the app. You click on the plays that you want, and then you just click, save. And so it's up to the second with every sports book that you have. And so you can customize with the over 70 sports books on your phone. Those are the lines that'll show up, right? So let's say you wanted to take, you feel good about Raiders money line today, and you wanted to take Raiders money line. You can see which has the highest juice, right? So and literally bet it there. If you do it through our beta, which is online, which I'll actually throw into our chat right now. This is the beta. 2.0 beta. If you go into there, you can literally click on a bet on our odds screen, and it'll take you right to your betting market, right, that you use, which is really, really cool. That will be coming with every single betting market that we have. You'll be able to click right in there, but you can track every play across every sport. And you can filter by sport. You can filter by, the month, the past 7 days, the past day. You can share your plays even and show in our Sharp App Discord and the member picks channel what plays you're on. It has every tracking capability that anyone could want as far as sports betting goes. That's a great question.
Yeah, so just to wrap us up here, again, it is Black Friday, so you are only going to get this deal one time, guys. So make sure that you hit us up. I've posted it on X, and in the free Discord, so you can hit up Mitch, whatever. If you need a link for the 40% off, because you don't want to let this time go by and then miss out on it, because this is it. This is the deepest discount we've had and are going to have. So like we said, we're in beta right now and giving this out at a discount, but going forward, the price will go up, but that's only going to be for new members, not for you guys, because once you're locked in, you're going to be, as long as you sign up through a browser and not the app store, you should be you will be locked in for life at this price. So
Yep.
amazing deal. Yeah.
I mean, and so, message Schwami, message myself. It helps us as well, right? And just truthfully, we all benefit off that too. So Thank you everyone for being here tonight. And remember, the Chicago Bears are not going to lose another game because Matt Eberflus is not at the helm. And I would say go Raiders, but I don't want the Raiders to win.
Yeah, I don't really either.
And I'm not sure you want the Raiders to win either.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So anyway, yeah, I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving and good luck with your bets this weekend, guys. We'll see you next week. See you guys.
Have a good one, y'all.